Hey guys, so today I am going to make some steak fajitas. I have my ingredients out and ready to go. My Worcestershire sauce, my olive oil. If you don't have olive oil, you can use regular grease, just a little bit, that's fine. I got my meat, which is my steak. Could be chicken, but I like steak. I've got some backup seasonings. I have my flour tortillas. I have my fresh veggies, peppers, red onions, very colorful, and my garlic and my limes. Cut up your veggies long and thin. If you don't have any of this at your house, that's fine. You can always focus on your seasonings, backup seasonings. Chili powder is always good, salt, garlic powder, you've got to have it, black pepper, and I kind of bought some cilantro, some dried cilantro. If you don't have that, it's fine. You can just work with the 4 in the front. Now I have cut up my steak in like strips, thin strips, just as I did my vegetables. And now I'm going to start cooking my steak, adding a little bit of seasonings to it, putting that to the side, adding my vegetables and stuff in it. I'm going to mix it all together. So I have my skillet ready. It's got about 2 tablespoons of olive oil in it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by frying my veggies. Get them in there real good. You're going to fry them for about 7 minutes or so. I'll just pour it all in there. There's my peppers, my onions, and my garlic. As I'm cooking my vegetables, I want to turn them, saute them, so all the flavors can come together. And once again, it's colorful. Anything colorful is good, especially nowadays with everything going on. My hands are clean and washed. I've got my stove on about medium. And we're going to fry these to where they're like somewhat crisp. Then we will add our meat and it will all be thrown together. Some people like their meat separate for decoration, but I just throw it all in the same pot. So let those get cooked a little bit for about 7 minutes. So now these are about finished. I'm going to take them out, put them in a bowl off to the side. And then after this, I'm going to cook my steak in the same pot, in the same pan, because my steak is going to absorb the leftover flavors from my beautiful vegetables and garlics, natural seasoning right here. Once again, if you don't have fresh vegetables, just put your steak in there and put seasonings in them and it's still going to be good. It's still going to be really good. So, now I'm going to place my steaks in the pan and I'm going to cook these until it's like well done. On the same heat, medium. And we're going to let these guys marinate in the rest of the juices from the first round of my veggies. So now that I've cooked my steak down in its own juice, I'm not going to drain the juice. I'm going to keep the juice. You know why? Because it has been marinating in the rest of the vegetable mixture. Now, when it comes to this point, you can use taco seasoning and pour it in here a little bit, or you can work with your own seasonings, chili powder, garlic, salt, pepper, Worcestershire sauce. But I'm going to use my taco seasoning. I'm going to pour it in there and mix it all together. Because when I mix it all together, it's going to marinate into the sauce that I already have prepared with the steak. So I'm going to sprinkle some of this taco seasoning, which is mild taco seasoning mix from Walmart.
What's happening to your phone?
going to mix the taco seasoning in with the steak. It's going to marinate in the previous juices already anyway. And then once all the flavor's in there and it's all stirred up, you're going to want to kind of turn your heat down and let it simmer a little bit. Because what you're going to do after this is you're going to add your sauteed vegetables. Then we are going to work on the fried tortillas and my toppings, which will be sour cream, cheese, and lettuce if anybody wants that. Or you don't even need to have that. You can just have the steak with the peppers on your tortilla. So everything's mixed in, all the taco seasoning. I ended up using 2 packets because I actually have a lot of steak strips. But once again, if you don't have taco seasoning, you can use the seasonings that you have and work with what you got. Now it's time to pour in my already sauteed vegetables, onions, garlic, and peppers. And I'm just going to mix it all together. And as I'm mixing it together, I'm going to turn my heat down to almost low. You want to make sure your meat is well done. I don't mess with no raw meat. I don't do that. So I'm mixing this all together. Ooh, look how colorful. It's going to be so good.
It's so pretty.
I don't have to add anything else. So my meat, my fajita meat and peppers and vegetables are finished. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it up with the lid and just turn it off. Now I'm going to be ready to fry my tortillas. I'm going to fry these. I'm going to put probably about 4 I'm going to put some oil in here and you'll see. I'm going to eyeball it. Make sure it's not too much oil in there. I'm going to use olive oil. And I'm going to fry my tortillas. And then I'm going to put them on a plate with paper towel so it can soak up the grease. Kind of like pancakes, but they're tortillas. And they're going to go with that. It's going to be really good. Okay guys, I forgot one more thing. I'm going to add some cilantro in my steak fajita real quick because I almost forgot. And then I'm also going to put a little bit of lime in there. Just squirt a little bit of lime to give it that good flavor. My oil, sorry camera. My oil is getting hot. This is about how much oil you want in your pan. About ½ an inch because you're just frying tortillas. And when you fry them, you're only going to fry them for like a couple of seconds on each side. Because you don't want them burnt. You just want them golden brown. So, gotta love that golden brown, right? Waiting on the oil to get hot, about medium. I added some cilantro to my fajita mixture. Eyeball the cilantro. Remember, green is good with the color, and its flavor is good. And if you don't have any cilantro, it's okay. You can use a little basil or something just to make a little green look in there. But if you don't even have basil, like I said, garlic, chili powder, salt, pepper, any kind of seasonings with flavor and color is not going to hurt it at all. Once your grease is hot, lay your tortilla in there. And you're just going to fry it for a couple seconds. It's going to look like this. This one's done. It's going to look like that. Honestly, this is the first time I've done this. Well, about the second time in my life. I usually don't do this, but I thought I'd try something new. So it's kind of bubbling up, I guess. So that's done. And just keep going. My tortillas are right here. So when they cook, they fluff up. So this one I poked holes in to see if it won't fluff up. But even when they fluff up, once you lay them down, they get flat. So I guess that's how you make them. If anybody wants to give me any input on that, I would appreciate that. No worries, it's still going to be good. If you don't want to do this, you can just just use a regular tortilla and top your meat on there and put your sour cream or whatever you like on it. I'm just trying something new with this whole cooking thing, and might as well have fun recording. Okay, so I poked holes in this and it's still fluffing up, so I guess they just fluff up. Let it fluff up. Here's the final result of this. I fried my tortillas. They're now finished. They're kind of golden brown and crispy. They're greasily drained. And then here's my fajita, steak and vegetables. I have a little topping bar over here. I've got the cilantro again if you want it. I've got taco sauce, sour cream, green chilies, blended Fiesta blended cheese from Walmart, and some shredded lettuce if you want. If you don't have any of these, guess what? Ranch is a really good topping. Ranch is a really good topping for this too. You can call it ranch fajitas, okay? So, and if you don't have any of these toppings, you don't need them anyway, because this is a delightful right here. This is delightful enough right here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and next time I cook, I'll share my gifts with you again. Oh my gosh, guys, this is the end result, and I am about to take a bite of this. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. If you like this, just subscribe and continue to watch me cook. Thank you. Bye.